October is not only known for Halloween, but obviously it's my favorite time of the year. But also it's known for Anti-Bullying Month. And what a better opportunity to mention my favorite horror films, where the victim becomes victorious, while the tormentors get their just desserts, like ice cream, best served cold. What is a bully, you might ask? Well, it's for the most part an individual or a collective group of individuals who imposes his or her power to intimidate others for no rhyme or reason other than for their own selfish self-esteem. The definition is not limited to some punk at school, but also places of employment, a roommate, a fellow prison inmate if you're unfortunate enough to be locked up, or a lover, sibling, or even your spouse. And now you know.
And knowing is half the...
Knowing. Let's get on with it. Hammer Films is the home of some of my favorite fright flicks from this side of the Atlantic. Mostly known for their versions, adaptations, what have you, of classic monsters such as Frankenstein and most notably Dracula, played by the late great Christopher Lee. In Frankenstein Created Woman, a facially disfigured young lady named Christina often is taunted by three English aristocratic pricks. I forgot their names. Just say winking, blinking, and nod for all I know. After teasing. Anyway, at some family-owned tavern where Christina walks, her lover Hans gets into a scuffle with these blokes after teasing her one too many times. Christina's father, who dismisses Hans as a ruffian thug, breaks up the fight, but not before Hans threatens to kill him. Later on, the trio of twats manage to break into the establishment only to be confronted by the owner, who not only kills him, but places the blame on poor old Hans, who just can't get a break with his father. As like his father, Hans is immediately sentenced to death via guillotine, while a heartbroken Christina leaps to her death. Gives Baron Frankenstein an opportunity as he manages to collect and salvage the corpse of the two lovers. And by using the magic of, what else? Science, Christina has not only been resurrected, but free of her deformities. All seem too well for this young, beautiful woman who no longer bears the burden of her tragic past until a voice or reflection in her head reminds her of how those three individuals robbed of her happiness. And in turn, she is commanded to seek revenge. In thrillers scenarios, she goes after them one by one via seduction and, most importantly, a cleaver or sharp object. Frankenstein Created Woman is an overlooked gem and a staple of British horror. And despite a few tropes and off pacing, this film ensues the meaning of metaphysics along with that bittersweet ending. Okay, it's a fucked up finale, but at least she settled the score with those limey fuckers. I highly recommend it. despite being a slow burn. Carrie, as with John Carpenter's Halloween, really gets going during the third act. Actress Sissy Spacek delivers a very sympathetic performance as Carrie White, a 17-year-old misfit who is often ridiculed and tormented by her classmates. And as if that wasn't enough, a religious crackpot zealot of a Mother Margaret punishes her for practically any reason that she deems unchristian-like or typical. Carrie is getting it from both ends, like being double penetrated. Literally speaking, of course. Until the gift from God, she discovers the powers of telekinesis. And when a vicious prank planned by one of her catty-cunty classmates goes too far, she unleashes fire and fury like the world has never known. And on top of her very bad night, her nutjob mother starts in, and that is one of the best fuck you moments ever unfilled, as the titular character orchestrates a symphony of flying blades, thus crucifying the bitch. Carrie is one of the best, if not the best, Stephen King adaptation. And what can I say about Brian De Palma's directing? Well, the use of split screen demonstrates cinematography ahead of its time. You know you have to be damn good if you still have my attention after an hour of a slow burn. It's kind of like a Jean Grey film if Professor X hadn't discovered her. And it's also a reference for the dweebs out there. So, I hope you enjoyed this segment, and most importantly, seek these highly recommended films out. Oh, by the way, and if you should have the misfortune to confront a bully, do what is best. You punch them in between the eyes. Till we meet again.